So the holiday season is upon us, and Modern Warfare 3 as well as Warzone are soon going to be joining in on the festivities of the season. While it's not the mid-season update, that's looking like it'll be coming on January 17th, we do have another in-season update coming our way this week, kicking off the CODMAS and Santa Slaygrounds event, offering up new content, new rewards, and changes to the gameplay in both Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. So today, we're breaking down what you need to know and what you should be looking forward to in the coming days to round out our 2023 year. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. Looking forward to any of this. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on it, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and other FPS related content. I'd love to have in the community, especially if you're part of that 60% of viewers who are not subscribed. Finally, check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage for 35% off your entire order with code ESPRESSO on the best blue light glasses on the market, but more on that a little later. For now, let's jump into the Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone upcoming holiday event. So first and foremost, well, when is this event? It's going to be kicking off this week on December 20th, seen in-game to be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. in the UK, which will start that Santa Slayground seasonal event. The CODMAS stuff here coming throughout as well is likely going to be coming at that same time, but do note this will also remove the current Dune Trial of Power event and the ultimate reward of the Sand and Spice animated camo. So if you want to get that done, you don't have it just yet, make sure you end up getting it done in the next few days here before that. And actually, a further note on that, the Dune event actually ends a few hours earlier than the start time of the Santa Slayground event and the CODMAS event, so that'll be like around 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern, 7 to 8 a.m. Pacific time, 3 to 4 p.m. in the UK, so you'll have a little bit less time until it gets to that other event. There's going to be a short changeover period where there won't be any event active, but that's only just for a few hours. Now, this event will be active on the events tab with likely the challenges associated with it, not just XP related challenges like we've seen the last couple, but more so alongside that Task Force 141 Founders event that we had recently. Challenges to genuinely complete an MP, Zombies, or Warzone for rewards. And we also see that that will be echoed within the 12 days of CODMAS as well, stuff that you have to do for that entire overarching event. But also there's a standalone sector in the Battle Pass right now, which we don't know if that will just take us directly to the events tab or if it'll have something that is a sort of own segmented sector of the Battle Pass to earn rewards like we've seen in the past, where the last couple of seasons in Modern Warfare 2, we had like 5 additional challenges to do to end up getting additional rewards. Now, beyond that, there's no specific end date for when this event will actually happen. That's yet to be determined, though it looks to last a little longer than the last couple we've seen here, more than just 7 days or so. But coming along with genuine thematic reskins, the mentioned CODMAS event being the 12 days of CODMAS instead, it's going to last more than just those 7 days. That said, with 12 days of CODMAS, with the event starting on the 20th, counting the 20th, the 12th day of that will be the 31st. And I feel like I remember hearing about a New Year's event, but I, for the life of me, cannot source that to back that up. So just keep in mind, you might have another event in the sort of way that we see the Dune event here right now in the last couple, that they're smaller events, but just know that might be happening. But it does look like at least CODMAS will be going until the 31st alongside everything. So what all comes with CODMAS? What all comes with the Santa Slayground seasonal event? Firstly, on the multiplayer side, we have thematic reskins for the multiplayer maps of Shipmas and Hangover, those being Shipment and High Rise respectively. These actually have some footage out there already. Personally, I didn't get to play on Shipmas, the Shipment variant here with it. That'll be Christmas themed naturally. And then Hangover, which is High Rise, I actually really like this one. I got to play with this version of the map when I was at Sledgehammer pre-season 1's launch. So this is something that the skybox is set at night, so kind of easier to see players instead of having to look at that blinding sun at sunset. Though, of course, the skins that may blend into the shadows might be a little bit more relevant here with this, but there were some changes to the one office side that was having a holiday party with a dance floor and disco ball, among a few other thematic changes. But overall, neither of the maps are changed in terms of like build or anything, so you won't have much in terms of changing gameplay, but just cool thematic aesthetic changes to the maps overall. For Warzone, we do know that we'll actually see some larger scale updates to the gameplay itself, offering new LTMs, new ways to have interactable features with the map, and things like that. We'll have these Sleigh Ride Resurgence LTMs, but also throughout Urzikstan, we'll end up seeing a couple of different things where we'll have the holiday crates and trees pop up, just like the Caldera event during that era of Krampus running rampant throughout all that. Obviously, some not so fond memories with Krampus, but the actual trees themselves are pretty cool. For those that don't remember what this is, these will be littered with legendary crates around it, but when you interact with the tree and go to actually get the loot that comes along with it, it acts like a recon contract from Warzone 1 or the upload intel contracts in this iteration of Warzone. You'll have a flare pop up from the top top of the tree, alerting any nearby players that you're attempting to capture that. And when you do, you'll have access to legendary crates, but you may be contested if other players do see that flare and decide to attack you for that loot. Now, it's also stated that those who hold the point longest will be gifted a chance to meet Santa, or at least something that used to be Santa, which sounds like the next part of that, where we'll have a portal to see Santa open up after you complete that, where you can fight zombie Santa to get his loot from his rucksack. So that may be what's returning, but maybe if you just stick around too long, maybe Krampus does come. But anyways, we also see the sleigh ride train around Urzikstan as well, where Santa's going to be on that train. It's thematically changed, but it's stated that he'll hand out presents to all the well-behaved operators, and the naughty ones will be met with heavy resistance. So I'm curious if that's something along the lines of like, hey, don't shoot Santa or he'll shoot back type of thing, or if it's just totally arbitrary. Maybe it's also something along the lines of like how DMZ had bounties on players who had a lot of kills. Maybe a lot of kills means you end up don't getting any bonus loot from Santa, and instead he tries to kill you. Maybe, but snowball fights will also be returning within Warzone, where the snowballs are going to be a part of your default loadout and can be found as ground loot as your lethal equipment. They state that these are rather lethal, so I'm wondering if they actually do substantial damage this time around, instead of in prior holiday events, they only did like 1 HP of damage, or like 10 HP, so you had to hit players a lot with them to end up getting any sort of actual damage done. But anyways, that stuff will be around Warzone and Urzikstan as well. So again, just a lot of thematic changes here coming along with challenges and rewards for the holiday event. That's the core focal part here of this. So far, it's not going to be anything major like a mid-season update introducing new weapons, new maps, the ranked play for Modern Warfare 3. That stuff is still a little ways off, but this is more so just a fun holiday update to the game overall. Now, will there be other changes? It is possible. Right now, we don't know if there's going to be weapon tuning. I think personally, it depends on if this will be a title update or not. I don't think I've seen too much leaked here from the actual event itself, but I could be wrong. Maybe I missed that. In which case, if it hasn't leaked, it is possible that we do see a title update coming along with this. But if the stuff's already out there, it might just be a playlist update. Either way, there's a lessened chance of weapon tuning happening if there's not a title update. But beyond that, I mean, again, it seems like it's just a sort of fun refresh to Warzone and Modern Warfare 3, or subjective fun, perhaps. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't really enjoy either experience right now, so why would a Christmas event change your mind? Totally get that, but other than that, why is this a significant update? Well, frankly, because it's going to be the last update, likely of 2023. This is the last advertised update for sure. Whether or not we get anything after that through the holiday season here, we don't quite know. I'd imagine that this update sort of marks when the devs start to go on holiday. Obviously, they're still going to have teams there to monitor and update the game for what may or may not be broken, leaning towards more something usually breaking with an update. So there will be people to end up cleaning up any mess here with this, but it depends on how quickly that stuff can be fixed, because of course, next week does start the countdown to when people are off for the holidays, devs included with that. After that, I'd imagine a lot of the dev team is checked out. Again, not everybody, until at least early January at that point. So probably that first or second week of January is when we start to see any other major updates come into fruition. That's when they'll start to gear up for the launch of Season 1 Reloaded, all the other content that's coming throughout the season as well. So we are going to have downtime starting to be marked by this update. Again, not everyone will be gone, but a lot of the team, I would imagine, is. So this is going to be a sort of make or break update. That's why I also wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a title update, because usually title updates introduce a lot of problems alongside fixing other ones. So if it is just a playlist update, this stuff's already in the game, it'll be rather easy to track and squash any bugs that may come up by comparison to having to get an entire different build of the game out there. But anyways, that is the holiday events here upcoming for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. So just wanted to fill you guys in here, give you a little bit of a heads up on what you should be looking forward to this week and what's on the horizon. So that's what we're going to call it. Before we do, though, make sure to check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage, because for a short window of time, Gamer Advantage has a site-wide 25% off discount where code Espresso can stack to give you 35% off your entire order. One of the best discounts of the year so far, but if you guys want to check out what I firmly believe are the best blue light glasses on the market, now's as best a time as any. I've worked with these guys for nearly 3 years now and cannot recommend them enough. They're lightweight, comfortable, durable, and I think are the best ones on the market. Truly, I do think they've helped my daily productivity. Full transparency, yes, they are a bit of an investment, but I think your vision's absolutely worth investing into, especially if you're like me and looking at a monitor, phone, or gaming for a good chunk of the day. If you guys would like to learn more, at the very least, I'd just recommend checking out their website where they can better break down all the science, all the specifics of the product, way better than I ever could, but what I can personally say is that I highly recommend them. If you want to learn more, again, check the link in the description below, and if you'd like to pick something up for yourself, use code ESPRESSO to get 35% off your entire order. But that said, that is now we're going to wrap it up, so let me know your thoughts down below. What are you guys looking forward to, or maybe not so much looking forward to, out of the holiday events here for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone? Anything in particular? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. We're getting all things Modern Warfare 3, all things Warzone, and all things FPS content related. I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care, and peace.